Hello friends, Ace Botany next episode. In this episode, we'll be discussing about anatomy of flowering plants, chapter 6, fourth episode. And what all things we'll be discussing in this episode. For that, I will share the screen so it will be convenient for you. I think screen came, so we can proceed to the content. So what all things we'll be discussing in this episode? There will be, as usual, an introduction, then vascular tissue system, anatomy of roots. After that, 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with the key. So we can start with the introduction. So when we start with introduction, in this episode, we'll be discussing what is meant by vascular tissue system, followed by Dicot and Monocot root sections. Then 5 theory, 5 NEET with the key. So we can start with the vascular tissue system. First, we should know what is meant by the term vascular. Many areas we can find vascular. Vascular generally means, basic meaning is conduction. For example, blood vascular system. So here, vascular tissue system mainly concerned with the conduction. And in plants, vascular tissue system mainly include 2 complex tissues. You already know it. One is xylem, one is phloem. And vascular tissue, xylem and phloem, starts in plants from pteridophytes onwards. Then it is present in gymnosperm, it is present in angiosperm. So all these plants, that is pteridophyte, gymnosperm, and angiosperm together called vascular plants. Now xylem. Xylem mainly conducts water. Chemicals, sometimes we can avoid. So mainly conducts water. And that movement is called ascent of sap. Phloem conducts food material. The term is called translocation. Xylem conduction is normally unidirectional from soil, root, that way to the atmosphere. Phloem conduction is minimum bidirectional, can be even multidirectional. And conduction mainly takes place in phloem through a chemical called sucrose. Now, xylem is endark, centrifugal in stem. You may be knowing that term. Xylem is exarch, centripetal in root system. So centrifugal and centripetal, otherwise endark and exarch, stem and root respectively. I think that idea is clear to all of you. Now we can proceed to second page, cambium. So what is meant by the term cambium? Cambium generally means dividing cells, and it is connected with the division and secondary growth. If cambium is present, then it is called open bundles, as in the case of dicots. If cambium is absent, no cambium, it is called closed, as in monocots. Generally speaking, cambium absent in monocot stem and monocot root here. Then dicot leaf and monocot leaf. That we'll be learning in next episode. So which all area cambium present, which all area cambium absent. Cambium generally present in dicots, dicot stem and dicot root. It is absent in monocot stem, monocot root, dicot leaf, monocot leaf. Now, different classification based on cambium. Different types are there. Vascular bundles are said to be open when cambium is present. Example is dicot stem, dicot root. Vascular bundles are supposed to be closed when cambium is absent, as in the case of monocot stem, monocot root, and all leaves. Another item is vascular bundles are radial. Xylem and phloem within a vascular bundle arranged in alternating pattern in different radii. Typical example is root. That is called radial. Now, vascular bundles are other classification. It is called conjoined. Here, xylem and phloem arranged in a combined manner. Along the same radius, arrangement is called conjoined. Another term is collateral. Vascular bundles, that is xylem and phloem, arranged side by side on the same radius. When diagram comes, it will be easy for you on same radius. Open and closed vascular bundles means cambium present and absent. I think that terms now familiar, like radial bundles, conjoined bundle, open bundle, closed bundle, collateral bundles. Now a diagram, we can proceed to next page. First 3 diagrams belongs to NCERT. It's a labeling question. This is typically radial bundle. We can find xylem, phloem in different alternating manner in different radii. This is combined, xylem and phloem combined, that is conjoined. And side by side collateral, here cambium present, open, here it is absent. That 3 will be explaining. This 3 belongs to NCERT. While next 2 diagram, not directly in NCERT, just for a namesake mentioning. This is called bicollateral vascular bundle. Not in NCERT, but it's better to know it because some options or something may come. Here arrangement is upper phloem, upper cambium, xylem, inner cambium, inner phloem. So xylem is between upper cambium and inner cambium. The two cambiums will be there, so division will be faster. Typical example is a family called Cucurbitaceae, gourd family. Now this also not in syllabus, but simple. If you know it, it's good. It is called concentric bundles. Concentric bundle means one vascular type surrounds the other. First case, xylem outside, phloem inside. Second case, xylem inside, phloem outside. So first one is called where xylem is outside and phloem inside. It is called amphivasal or leptocentric. Not in NCERT, but if you know, I told you it is good. Second is xylem inside, phloem outside. There's a label there. Then the term is amphicribral or heterocentric, as in the case of pteridophytes. So this type of arrangement is called concentric bundles. Not in syllabus, but namesake I just told it. This is bicollateral vascular bundle, Cucurbitaceae. These three we have to learn. I think idea clear. NCERT-based diagram, first three, theory question, NEET model question, and practicals, they can put it. I think idea clear. Now we can proceed to next area. Now we are entering into anatomy of Dicot and Monocot root. NCERT, all diagrams are given very clearly colored diagrams. So easy. This is Dicot root. This is Monocot root. Here, when you check NCERT diagram, you can find the diagrams will be given in pairs. Dicot root, Monocot root very close. Dicot stem, Monocot stem very close. Dicot leaf, Monocot leaf very close. That means we have to compare and study it. Don't simply by heart. That's the indication given. So Dicot root, Monocot root, theory question for section-wise drawing, identification for practicals, if this type of practical is there for your syllabus. Then labeling question for NEET model exam. Identify which is a section given that way. Now I think we can proceed to each section. So first is Dicot root. One by one, we can proceed. So root, we are studying stem and leaf. Next episode, we can complete it. So first is root, we are starting Dicot root. So outermost layer is epidermis, in root otherwise called epiderma, even otherwise called pyliferous layer. Certain term is there, but not that much common, rhizodermis. But commonly epidermis, epiderma, or pyliferous layer. So the common three types. Now, Dicot root. So this is the outermost layer, generally single layer. Presence of root hairs here you can find. Presence of root hairs, it is unicellular. Stomata, cuticle, hypodermis, all these are absent in root system or Dicot root. Very clearly you can find it. So after epidermis, you can find massive cortex. Now cortex from below epidermis. Other side of the cortex is up to endodermis. Parenchyma cell, cortex is made up of parenchyma cell, generally thin wall, that all you can find from the diagram, with intercellular space, allowing free water movements due to negligible resistance. That is cortex, because root will be absorbing. Second layer is endodermis. So endodermis is the innermost layer of cortex. It is not a part of steel. Usually it will be single layer, diagram very clear. Shape is barrel shape. Presence of suberin strips, we already studied, Casparian strip. Now water molecule will be unable to move through endodermis. Suberin is there, so suberin strips are seen on radial and tangential wall of endodermis. Now we can proceed to next page. Next is pericycle. Inner to endodermis, thin-walled parenchyma cells. Steel starts from pericycle, lateral roots arises from pericycle. These two are the common question from pericycle. Parenchyma cells also connected with the secondary thickening in Dicot root. Next is vascular bundles. Xylem and phloem are arranged in alternative manner because it is root system. Arrangement is called radial. It is also exarch. Exarch you'll be remembering, protoxylem, metaxylem positioning. So exarch in nature since it is row. Number of xylem and phloem bundles or patches, it will be usually 2 to 4 xylem and phloem patches. NCERT page number 74 because it is a common question. If it is 4, then the term is tetrarch. Tetra means 4. So tetrarch and exarch. Exarch means xylem grows from periphery towards center. That is called centripetal, as in roots. We already studied it. After this, conjunctive tissue. So one mark theory question. What is meant by conjunctive tissue? Conjunctive tissue means the tissue which lies between xylem and phloem. Normally it is parenchymatous. Now it is made up of parenchymatous. I think here A is missing. Parenchymatous. Okay, A missing here. Should be PA. Now last one is pith. Pith is seen at the center. It is again parenchymatous with the intercellular spaces, small and inconspicuous within dicot root. I think up to this it is clear. Now we can proceed to monocot. So I'll change the page. Monocot. Since dicot and monocot roots, we are studying some basic structures will be common in both the roots. Same with the leaf, same with the stem. Slight variations will be there. That's all. So here also, the first outermost layer is epidermis, epidermal, pyliferous layer. Outermost. Here also you can find root hairs. Cuticle, stomata, etc. absent because that goes into the soil, root. Second is cortex. Cortex, here also no hypodermis. It is parenchymatous, loosely, just like previous case. Next is endodermis. Since it is root, endodermis is very clear. Casparian strip is in all that what we studied previously. Now pericycle, that also clear. No secondary thickening in monocots. So lateral roots arises. So pericycle is a structure from which lateral roots arises, but no secondary thickening, nothing to do with the pericycle in monocot. Dicot root, lateral root can arise. Same time, secondary root will be helped from connected with the pericycle. Now vascular bundles. It is radial, diagram you can find. Cambium absent, so it is closed. Vascular bundles more than 6. Previous case 2 to 4. So xylem and phloem will be more than 6, alternately arranged and different radii. So more than 2, 3, it is called polyarch. Phloem parenchyma is absent in monocots. We studied in tissues. Now it is arrangement exa. Then conjunctive tissue and pith. Again, it is parenchymatous in between xylem and phloem. Pith is well developed and large pith can be seen in monocot. It is a popular question. Well developed and large pith can be seen in monocot. Popular question. Then after that, you can find 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with the key. So that is regarding and the 4th episode of anatomy of flowering plants. So what all things we learned in this episode. So we can just rewind. So we can start with the anatomy of flowering plants. 4th one, introduction. So what is meant by vascular tissue system? Dicot, monocot, root section. Then vascular tissue system, what is meant by it? Xylem, phloem, vascular plants, and xylem conducts what in which direction? Phloem conducts what in which direction? Xylem is endarch in stem, exarch in root, endarch is centrifugal, exarch is centripetal. Then we entered into a term cambium. Cambium generally means dividing cell. So it is connected with the cell division. Not cell division is connected with the division and secondary growth. Now, cambium present, it is called open bundle, dicot. If cambium absent, it is called closed as in monocot. Then different classification based on cambium, open, closed, radial, conjoint, collateral, etc. Now, after that, different types of vascular bundles, radial, conjoint, collateral, and closed, monocot, conjoint, collateral, and open, dicot. These 3 within a syllabus with a diagram. And here it is bicollateral vascular bundle cucurbitaceae, just to know. And this is concentric bundles. Last 2 sets of diagram not in syllabus, but just mentioned it. That's all. Then comes anatomy of dicot and monocot roots. So this diagram, 2 diagrams, almost looks alike. Differences you can easily find. Here only 4 patches. Here numerous. Shape is polygonal. Here it is circular. This way you can easily identify it with comparing with the diagram itself sufficient. Anyway, we can proceed. Dicot root, epidermis, outermost layer, epidermal, pyliferous layer, root hairs can be seen. Stomata, cuticle, hypodermis absent. This is also applicable to mostly in monocots. Cortex, massive area below epidermis, other side up to endodermis, parenchyma cell. Generally, it is thin wall. Here you can find. Generally, it is thin wall. Intercellular space are there. Free water movements. Then comes endodermis, innermost layer of cortex, not a part of steel, single layered, shape is barrel, presence of suberin, Casparian strips. Now, water molecule unable to move through endodermis due to suberin. Radial and tangential wall, it is present. Parasocial, etc. we studied in last episode. Now comes next layer, it is called pericycle. Inner endodermis, it is thick wall parenchyma. Steel starts from pericycle, lateral roots rises from pericycle. Parenchyma cells also connected with the secondary thickening. In dicot root, monocot, no secondary thickening. Then vascular bundle, xylem and phloem, arrangement of xylem and phloem in a radial manner. Then in different radius, alternate exarch in root, endarch in stem. Here we are studying root only, so it is exarch. Usually in it will be 2 to 4 xylem phloem patches. Then it is called tetrarch if it is more than 2 to 4. As a monocot is called polyarch, etc. Now, exarch means xylem grows from periphery towards center. Here only root we are studying, so it is centripetal, exarch. That is periphery to center, centripetal roots. Now, conjunctive tissue lies between xylem and phloem, parenchymatous, then pith. So, pith in dicot root is parenchymatous at the center. Intercellular spaces will be there, small and inconspicuous. After that, monocot root. Again, basic structures are common. Epidermis will be there, root hairs, then no cuticle, no stomata, cortex, no hypodermis, parenchymatous, loosely arranged, endodermis. Since it is root, endodermis is clear, caspian strips, pericycle clear. Since in monocot root, no secondary thickening. So from pericycle only lateral roots arises, vascular bundles, radial, cambium absent, rose vascular bundle, more than 6 xylem and phloem, so it is called polyarch. Phloem parenchyma is absent in monocots. So in monocot root, it is absent. Exarch arrangement only. Then conjunctive tissue, as in the case of previous one, parenchymatous in between xylem and phloem, well-developed large pith. It's a popular question. Then as usual, 5 theory question, 5 NEET model question with the key. If you like this episode, subscribe all, like it, share it, comment on it. We can meet in the next episode. So take care. Bye. Thank you.